Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the so-called Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Hello everyone, my name is Naledi Mfoloe and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. Today we dive deep into the currents of information, from the pulse of politics to the heartbeat of entertainment. We've got it all covered, so please stay tuned for news experience like no other. Now we begin with a closer look at the systematic barriers facing Black students in accessing financial aid for higher education. Now, it's a troubling reality that transforms the pursuit of education into a prove your poverty game for many. Now, as college tuition fees continue to increase, financial aid becomes a lifeline for students seeking to pursue higher education. However, for Black students navigating the mountain of financial aid applications often feel like a minefield of systematic racism. As one student puts it, it feels like I have to prove that I am poor enough to deserve help. Now, this does highlight a deeper societal issue where certain demographics are unfairly judged and must navigate skepticism in systems meant to support them. Now, this prove your poverty phenomenon is not merely an administrative flaw. I do believe that it's a reflection of a broader systematic issues that perpetuate systematic stereotypes and racial stereotypes, and also socio-economic discrimination. Now, it calls into question the fairness of a system that, while designed to provide opportunities, unintentionally gatekeeps them.
It's been very disturbing to hear comments like, how disempowered am I really if I'm able to go to an institution of higher learning? Firstly, you do not know the cost at which that came. Black kids have to go and prove how poor they are just to get a loan from NSFAS, and then you are not poor enough. So you still can't pay your loans. You need to. So that was very disturbing. And secondly, you cannot continue to tell us that education is the key and not the land when Black graduates are standing on the street corners with signs.
Now, the challenge before us is significant but not overwhelming. By advocating for systematic changes in how financial aid is administrative, we can begin to dismantle the barriers that hinder Black students from accessing the resources needed to succeed academically. And of course, systematic racism filter through every aspect of the financial aid process, from the complex application requirements to the biased assessment of need. And if we're being honest, for Black students, the burden of proof extends far beyond financial documentation. It encompasses a lifetime of navigating institutionalized inequality.
As much as we say whether the question of whether government has money or not, what we're seeing is over the past 10 years, they've been spending less money on education, on healthcare. So what we're seeing, like, yes, our hospitals are underfunded, they are understaffed, and we have unemployment. We have doctors who are sitting at home, even though they're qualified, nurses who are sitting at home, but there are no positions that are available because they say there's no money left. And so this measure, or this approach to not staffing and not considering the human rights of the people in this country, is really just going to regress the progress that we have.
Now, the system is inherently flawed. It operates under the assumption that financial need can be neatly quantified and verified through paperwork, which honestly is not possible. But the reality is, right, that poverty is not just about numbers. It's about systematic barriers that disproportionately affect Black communities. Now, for Black students, the struggle to access financial aid is further compounded by the racial wealth gap, the limited access to generational wealth, and the discriminatory lending practices. As a result, many are forced to juggle multiple jobs, take out extremely high loans, or even sacrifice their dreams of higher education altogether. Now, if we're being honest, it's a vicious cycle. Without equal access to financial aid, Black students are denied the opportunity to break free from the cycle of poverty and pursue their academical aspirations. And until systematic racism is addressed at its core, this prove your poverty game will continue to perpetuate inequality. Now, as the nation grapples with the urgent need for racial justice, it's imperative that we confront the systematic barriers facing Black students in accessing financial aid. And until then, the pursuit of higher education will remain an uphill battle for far too many. With that being said, let's remember, education should be a pathway to opportunity and not a privilege reserved for few. Now, with that being said, please, let's keep the conversation going in the comments section, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me till we meet again. It is goodbye for now.